Captain Bubblebeard here, or otherwise known as Vin. You've seen this ugly mug, let's get straight into it. As the title says, thought today would cover the tips or things that I would find is the best one for balance of BJJ and life. So the tip one is balance. Treat it as a seesaw. So BJJ is on one spectrum, life is on the other. So you got 40 hours of life, kids, family, whatnot. So what you've got is you've got this on one spectrum and you've got BJJ on another. So if life is a little bit quiet, you can focus more on BJJ, so you can do 3 or 4 sessions. And then if life, on the other hand, gets quite busy, so if you've got a big project at work or kids, family, whatever, it tips over. So then look after life, and then BJJ takes a back seat. So whether that be 1 or 2, that's all right. Life gets in the way. So we are all perfectionists, well, I am in particular. So I always want perfection. So when work gets high, my BJJ training might drop a little bit, but then it kind of is the inverse. So treat BJJ and life as a seesaw. As one gets busier, tip it over, and vice versa. But this is how you should treat life in general. So put your priorities, and that kind of is why the seesaw is up and down. Priorities change. So BJJ might be, top priority one week, and then it kind of, seesaws. So that kind of leads to the second point: be adaptive. So be adaptable. Sorry. Be adaptive to the changes. So as I was saying, life might throw in away. So you've had a busy week at work, and then BJJ weren't able to do as much, but you could fit in an extra 45-minute gym session instead of making it to training. So you can kind of adapt. So maybe you have to work late, and instead you can't, there's no classes in the morning, so you decide to do a few extra road runs just in case, just as a bit of a swap out. So you can, just change things over. So that's another one that I like, is be adaptive to how it is. So, those people who are starting off and you're really loving the sport, be adaptive, have the balance as well. So things will move, things will shift, work will take over one week, Jiu-Jitsu will drop off another, then Jiu-Jitsu will come off, and work's pretty good, then kids, family. So it's all a bit of a seesaw effect, and treat it as that and be adaptive. And then as well, if you can't do Jiu-Jitsu, do something else, whether that be another session in the gym, another 2 sessions in the gym, another 3, or if you're going to go for an extra 4 or 5 runs instead. Either way, just swap it out and just make sure you do something that can help your Jiu-Jitsu. Fitness is always good. Strength and conditioning will always have a benefit, and we'll touch on that in probably some later videos as well, that you can substitute that one in. And then the third kind of tip is maybe not really a tip, but I always create a schedule. I schedule what an ideal week should be like, and then as rule number 1, rule 2, or tip 1, tip 2, be adaptive. So I, for instance, work, let's say 9 till 5. I'll do gym in the morning, Jiu-Jitsu in the night, then vice versa. And I'll plan out the entire week. So that includes, friends gathering, what's planned for the weekend, if I have to go anywhere, any family gatherings, anything of that. That's all kind of planned into the week. And then I substitute Jiu-Jitsu sessions around that. And then if something happens, if work gets busier, Jiu-Jitsu comes out, and then I'll put something else in. So although I create a schedule, I'm more than adaptive, because we don't know what life holds. It's a day-to-day battle. So something might come up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, you've got this deadline, or you've got all this massive paperwork that you've got to do for your job, and it's due end of the day. You're going to have to get it done end of the day, maybe stay back an hour or 2, and you miss out on Jiu-Jitsu. But instead of dwelling on that, you go for a run instead. You do something else to help your Jiu-Jitsu. It's not a hard and fast rule, with this BJJ life and everything in between. It's just kind of play a little bit loosey-goosey. It's a seesaw. Just coming back to that first point, treat Jiu-Jitsu and life as a seesaw. As one goes up, one goes down. There's no right or wrong, but, these are the 3 advices that I, wouldn't say I wish I knew, but I use on a weekly basis, and hopefully it can help someone out there who's maybe struggling a little bit, or having difficulties finding time. We're all human, so I'm much the same. I work 40 odd hours a week. I train Jiu-Jitsu 10 hours a week. I do 3 gym sessions a week, do 3 road runs a week. busy lifestyle, but that's how it is. Comment down below if you've got any other kind of ideas or tips or anything else, or how you juggle jiu-jitsu and life around. Don't forget to stay beautiful, look after yourselves, and catch you all in the next video. Peace out.